Another area of personalization, and again by personalization here we mean it becomes part of the user profile. It can change from one user to another, is the ability to change the taskbar. I'm going to go ahead and close this for now, and I believe I have the video set up so that you can see my taskbar. I'm going to right click anywhere in an empty area on my taskbar and then click Taskbar Settings. Here I come to the Settings app, Home, Personalization, Taskbar. Of course I could get here equally well by just going to the Settings app and going Personalization and then down to Taskbar. Locking the taskbar locks it so that these icons just don't move around on you. They tend to do that sometimes if you don't have that locked, and it can just drive you crazy. Automatically hiding the taskbar in desktop mode means that it will disappear down here unless I bring my cursor down to the bottom of the screen to bring it back up. I don't like it, so I leave mine off personally. The same thing for tablet mode. I'm not in a tablet mode right now. Use small taskbar buttons. Sometimes these things just kind of get in the way, and you can turn that on and they all become little tiny ones, and some people prefer that. On some computers I use it that way, on other computers I use it with them in full size. Peek preview has to do with this little bar, and I don't know if you can see it on your video there, but way over here to the bottom and then as far to the right as you can get is a little tiny bar, and when I hover over it, my screen goes to the desktop so that I can see behind all the windows and see what's on my desktop. That's the Peek preview. Replace the command prompt with Windows PowerShell when you right-click the Start button. If I right-click the Start button right now, you'll see that I have Windows PowerShell there, but I don't have a command line, and that's because I have this on. If I turn that off and then right-click the Start button, now I've got the command prompt there. Since I use PowerShell more than I do the command prompt, I'll turn that back on. Show badges on the taskbar buttons has to do with little numbers, similar to on your phone. When you have, say, text messages on some phones, if it's set up that way, you get a little number that says 4, say. That means you have 4 text messages. This is a similar idea on your taskbar. I don't actually use this, even though I have it on. As a matter of fact, I might as well turn it off. Where do you want your taskbar to be? Bottom, left, top, right. Drives me crazy when it's not at the bottom, but some people like it. Combine taskbar buttons. Again, that kind of drives me crazy. I like to see my documents all laid out, but I have quite a bit going on my taskbar, so I have always hide labels turned on mine, and then you can have only when it's full and never. The notification area is this area over to the right of the taskbar. Many people call it the system tray, which is a misnomer. It is not called the system tray, and I think that people got that idea because the file name for it has always been systray.exe. However, it's actually called the notification area, and you can select which icons you want to appear there by clicking that button and turning on and off those particular icons. System icons are ones that are standard on the system, and you can choose which of those you want to be here: the clock, volume, power, and so forth. Of course, power is off and I can't turn it on because this is a desktop, not a laptop. I can choose to show the people on here, and right now it's off, but if I turn that on, you'll see a little people icon appear. In other words, my contacts list. Now there are some other standard items that you can put here that you won't see on there. If I right click again, you'll see that I have people, Cortana, the taskbar, a task view button, Windows ink space, touch keyboard button. So I can turn those off and on as well on the taskbar. I'll turn people back off right now. And so that's it for the customization of this guy over here, for the most part. There are a couple, we get into a lot more details on some of these things, but I'm not going to. But I am going to talk about something called task toolbars in the next video.